Good evening. Welcome to Munchie B Talks Politics. Oh, my eyes them look so. Welcome to Munchie B Talks Politics. I am Munchie B. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Please share the live, click on the like button, tell a friend to tell a friend that Munchie B is on. Good night, Marlene. Good night, Marlene P. Good night. Everybody, good night. As you come in, just click on the like button and rock and come in. Good night, Electro, Travis. I don't know how comes I can't see tonight, guys. Good night to all the labor rights. Good night to the independents. Good night to the diaspora. Good night to the people in central Manchester. And good night to the people in southern St. Catherine. Good night, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe, and we're going to start when we have 100 persons watching. Please, please share, click on the like, and let's talk. Good night, Passion. Good night, Katie, and good night, Dowdy. Good night, Ellis. Good night, Grayson. Please share the live and let us talk. Una used to progress. We are show progress. Good night, Parkinson. Good night, you. Good night, Juliet. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. To my regular ones and ones, thank you so much for coming every night. I can always depend on you to support my channel. Thank you, Sir Andrea. No problem. And remember to watch the ads, guys. Please, ads can be very annoying, but please, at least one of the ad, please watch up to at least 30 seconds of the ads. Please, please, please. I am asking you from the bottom of my heart to watch the ads on the videos, if I even 30 seconds. And yes, it is very helpful to the channel. Thank you so much. And we bring back the country, yeah. And to bring back the peace and love. Not a panaris, not there again, no slave master, not there again. Everybody have a job. And the brother, everybody have a job. Good night, Louis. Please share the live to everybody who want to know, family and friends and everybody. Labor rights are not fool. Mark Wignall gives too much trouble, Andrea. Some of them redundant people left for go on in the yard and left Andrew own the labor rights. We're not going to allow them to bully away. No, I didn't go on the campaign trail today. I'm going on the weekend. It has been raining in Manchester, guys. It has been raining in central Manchester, which is very, very good. Hey, I don't know how town people manage, I don't know how the people who live in a town, especially Portmore, how to manage, because Manchester is so nice and cool and quiet, fresh air. The place nice and cool. You don't need no fan in a central Manchester. Just light rain, light breeze. The place nice. The place quiet. Oh, town people are manage Passion Paradise. Boy, I don't know I got Portmore where they like a most my bun up. I feel like my skin a tear off of my body. But anyway, good evening to everybody. The last night, we had a conversation about the propaganda where the PNP has spread. About the propaganda that the PNP is spreading. About the government stop paying for for tests for critically ill patients. I don't know the PNP dwell on negativity and propaganda. You know, the PNP thrive on propaganda and tear down. And case in point, today at CRC, Minister Tufton was there and some other people open up the administrative block at CRC. And I know so the PNP have a problem with that. The PNP have a problem with the minister opening up the the administrative block at the CRC, talking about how much money spent and how much years we're waiting, and now no ward not ready, no operating theater not ready, but we're opening up upper administrative block. What is wrong with the PNP? No company cannot run without administration. So I don't know what is wrong with the PNP. Or you're going to open up ward before you open up your administrative block. And even if the ward is not ready, why not open up that part so we can start the paperwork, we can start uploading things in the system, we can start getting the staffing together, we can start getting the computer, everything. What is wrong with the People's National Party? They oppose for every single thing. Mr. Janice Allen, I make video with her face stuff like board. I talk about, oh, today they cutting a ribbon to open up the administrative block of the hospital. So what? So what? The people of Jamaica is so tired of the People's National Party, to be honest. The people of Jamaica is sick of the People's National Party. Because nothing is wrong if they open up the administrative block so they can start to organize them staffing, so they can start upload things in the computer, so they can start organize the system and put. Nothing cannot run if the administrative block not open. As some know how company work. Even in a school, when you're going to school, when you pick the passport and school in a PEP, don't you have to go you go pick up the package? Where you pick up the package so you can know where you're going to need for school, and you can know you can get your book list and your uniform pattern. Not from the staff, not from the admin staff. No company cannot operate without an admin staff. What is wrong with the People's National Party? Even the people in the comment section have said, why the PNP are grasping at straws? Imagine you have Janice Allen before she go find something. Don't make ear say she done the over the weekend. I get the PNP people them half a bun. The People's National Party is a disgrace. Who cut bun and I give people half a bun again? Not even the people them who work as mothers now get half a bun. Not even Mr. Chin now give staff half a bun, because on the weekend I went Saturday I go to my wholesale when me shop in a Mandeville, and a box of bun Miss Chin and give to our staff and a little bun them, the little piece of cheese them. Not even the ear just a shop now give them volunteers half a bun and piece of cheese again. And me hear say that Janice Allen give the PNP people in a Central St. James last week half a bun. And that she go worry about, because she not have no funding, she not have no backing, she not have no support. Private sector not support her. She underwater down there. She take up herself and take up her big ugly Cruella Deville face. But she make video today talking about, oh, the government is cutting a ribbon to open administrative blocks. So what? I vex or not vex because we are open something. You know what the problem with the People's National Party is having? The PNP do not want the Jamaica Labour Party to brand their achievements. The PNP do not want the Jamaica Labour Party to talk about their achievements. So what if we open the administrative block? Couple months from now, we will be opening the cutting ribbon for the operating theater, and then we'll be cutting ribbons for the wards. So it take everything I go work in steps. The People's National Party is just bad mind. Janice Allen is running at Central St. James. Me see her on a video over TikTok a complain. So, the minister is cutting ribbon to open administrative blocks. So anyway, the rotten teeth boy Andre Stefano Stevens with the mud corner full of spit. Over in platform, I bring down the government and I bring down Minister Tufton, and I tell be a lie about how the government stop paying for critically ill patients to do CT scan and MRI. And look like somebody sent it to the minister. I don't know, but the minister saw it. So the minister responded. Here is the response. In response to the Caribbean National Weekly, and Also, the Caribbean National Weekly newspaper is a PNP newspaper. I don't know who are on it. I don't know where they operate from, but I realize they are always negative. That piece of newspaper always bring negative. They don't bring anything positive. They don't bring nothing positive. So I know that paper is coming from the People's National Party. I don't know who operates it. I don't know which parish or which country it operates from, but I am positive that that paper come from the PNP. Anyway, so Dr. Tufton responded. He said, in response to the Caribbean National Weekly recent report, the Ministry of Health and Wellness has issued a statement providing clarification on the diagnostic outsourcing program. Key points from the minister's statements include contracts ended. Don't you hear that? The contract ended. You see, that's what I'm telling you, guys. Anything you hear Andre Stefano, Rotten Teeth, P. Diddy Stevens, Pedophile Stevens with, it's story, 90% of the time, the story is false. And him not do background check, him not follow up, him just run with everything because him want views. Can remember that time daily bread. So the number one reason contract ended. The ministry confirmed that contracts with some private facilities that were part of the EHCSD projects, which provide free diagnostic radiology service at 16 private institutions, have ended. You know how much? 16 PNP private institution. I mean, at the PNP night, because I am pretty sure that these are PNP entities, because the PNP know the health system and know how government work. They know all of the loophole and know everywhere we forget the contract. So anytime the government announce any policy, the PNP set up shop quick so that they can benefit. So I am putting it to you tonight that these 16 facilities are PNP held and PNP run. That's why they leak the information to the PNP bloggers to spread false news. So the contracts ended. That is one of the reasons. Next one, outsourcing policies. Outsourcing policy remains despite contract cancellations. The ministry emphasized that the policy of outsourcing diagnostic service of public patients remain in effect. So you see that? Even though the contract ended, we still have contract with other people where critically ill patients will still get access to this benefit. People who are going to do their surgery can still go and get their tests done and everything. What happened, as I said before last night, was that the PNP doctors were abusing the system. They must send everybody go to MIR and CT scan because they want the money. So the ministry had to intervene and cut that off. But people who need it and people who are going to do them surgery still get access to the benefit. So that is two things. Third thing, program administration shift. The ministry added that the program is now being administered by Jamaica's 4 regional health authorities instead of directly under the ministry. You don't hear that? You don't hear that though? You don't hear? Program shift. So now instead of the ministry doing it, and the health authority them doing it, each era, Sarah and the rest of them, I don't know where they need, I'm going to work there. They are the ones that is going to do the paperwork and do the assessment and make sure so the dirty PNP them not abuse the system. They don't like that. They don't like that. For not hear them a ball out, or know them don't like that. That is what Minister Tufton said, the program administration shift. Hear this next one now. Long-term strategies. The ministry highlighted ongoing long-term strategies, including the installation of new CT scan machine at KPH and Cornwall Regional Hospital. You hear that? Me tell you last night, our government spent billions of dollars to buy brand new CT scan machine. So why we going to pay a private sector to do it when we have our machine? At that about the PNP, them, Add that about the PNP facilities, them, guys. Because remember last month, me read to you and tell you that KPH now have 4 brand new CT scan, either 4 or 8 brand new CT scan machines. So we don't need to be paying the PNP facilities for nothing now. So now when we take out the food out of their mouth now, them not happy. So you the minister say now we now have these machines, these equipment at Cornwall Regional and at KPH. So now we are sending the patients to go and go get it done at the government facilities. And now you see why the PNP them always a mash up the MIR machine, always a mash up the CT scan machine, and yes, Bridget, and always a mash up the dialysis machine because they want the government to pay to use their facilities. That is CCS Minister Tufton said, the guys. Long-term strategies. The ministry highlighted ongoing long-term strategies, including installation of new CT scan machines at KPH and Cornwall Regional Hospital, along with efforts to lease additional CT and MRI services. So see that the government now invest in their own CTC machine and their own MRI machine. So the PNP facilities, Viveta, were used to get the money through the program. The government end those contracts. Why should we be paying private health facilities to do these things when we have the machines at the government run facilities? That doesn't make any sense. And that is why the PNP them are ball out. And me telling you last night, said that is the reason why the PNP are cry because they got a same thing they did when the government stopped using them for oxygen. You remember in a COVID, as me telling you before, the company that used to provide the oxygen to the people of Jamaica during COVID, a PNP run, and Dr. Tufton went and set up them own a plant and they own a shop and take the contract from the PNP man and they start ball out. Anytime you hear the PNP people, them a ball out, Marjorie, because the government fears out the policy and a move away from them and then privately run facilities. So see Dr. Tufton reply and tell the people of Jamaica, not no go so. The services are now being offered at KPH and Cornwall Regional Hospital. That is why the government stopped pay the PNP run facilities to do these services. People, I keep telling you guys this. Time will come shortly when this government will have to move away from the public-private partnership with these PNP doctors. Because the PNP who work with the government, in the government sector, government facilities, they already have them private shops set up. And all them do is take advantage of the system. All them do is mash up the government-run facilities so that they can benefit at the private-run facility. You know, see the proof here? You know, when I come here so at night time, I'm here telling you the things that I don't know because I do my little research, When you hear the PNP people, they must say the MRI machine now work. When you hear the PNP people, they talk about dialysis machine now work. When you hear the PNP people, they talk about CT scan machine now work. Because they CM1 mash them up so that the government can pay to use theirs. This is the clear evidence. Minister Tufton answer to the dirty comrade tied paper and tell them, say, we don't, with the services still being rendered to the people of Jamaica. It's just that we now use privately run facilities again. They sit and they sabotage. That's all they do. And we need to finally come to the realization that these people are not for Jamaica. These PNP doctors do not choose Jamaica. They choose themselves and money and their party. We need to finally come to the realization that we need to move away from this PNP doctor. Make them go on and them privately run facilities and make we outsource with doctors them from either Thailand, Malaysia, India, even Cuba. Let us go elsewhere and send these PNP doctors on their merry way. Let us finally, because guys, the Chinese set up a mechanic shop at Ferry. You see the long line. You see the Jamaican people. You see I hope the government of Jamaica under Andrew Michael Holness and Minister Tufton is opening up their eyes and fantasy that the people of Jamaica is requiring better service, better customer service, and the people of Jamaica want better. Gone are the days when the people of Jamaica say, lad, a Jamaican may not expect better. The evidence is there where the Jamaican people gravitate towards the Chinese mechanic. That goes to show if we part ways with these PNP doctors, the people of Jamaica will reward us. That is what the people of Jamaica want. The people of Jamaica is now requiring better service. So if we just move away from these PNP doctors, send them on them merry way, cabby. Make them go on and them privately run facilities and outsource our doctors. Things will change in the public health system. When you see how the people them run Ghana to China, you think say because of the money and because of the service. It is because of the quality of service that they are getting from the Chinese run facilities. It's not because of the money. Me not hear one person that say, oh, the Chinese overcharge them or undercharge them or whatever. All the people them talk about quality of service. Quality of service. The people of Jamaica is now demanding better service, better quality of service. So I am putting it to my government under Andrew Michael Holness. Let us part ways with these PNP doctors. Let us part ways with the likes of Dr. Daz. Make him go on over in private hospital, go run it. They cannot serve two masters. Two bully can't rule in a one pen. They cannot be on both sides. Either they're for Jamaica or they're for themselves. Remove them from the public health hospital and make them go on in a them private Minister Tufton and Prime Minister. The people of Jamaica is con and release them. I don't know if you do that, Carlton. Oh, no, see the line. You guys, you don't see the line at the Chinese mechanic. People sleeping in their cars from 3 a.m. to get quality service. It's not because the Jamaican mechanics can't do the work. A proper customer service they're requiring. I know the money. It's not the money. Me bring my car go a mechanic and a man. You know what the car man do? The car man put a wrong bulb. The car man put the wrong bulb in a brake light, the wrong bulb, and the bulb was a drop out. So I'm a pay him how much money, and when me a drive out, me hear the one at my door can't lock. When me take a second look at the back door can't lock. They do not, especially when you're a female, they take advantage of you. That is why the people of Jamaica lining up to go to the Chinese mechanic. Me a plan for go up but just because I can't manage to sit down in the car for hours. The people of Jamaica is now requiring quality service and better service. Prime Minister Holness, send these PNP doctors on their merry way. Make them go on about them business. All them do is sit down in the government facilities, undermine, sabotage, and criticize, and thief out the equipment, and thief out the goods, them, and thief out everything. All them do is sit down in there and source and look clients. All the PNP doctor them do I turn up at KPH and hustle and see clients. That's what they do. That's what they do. You don't know, like when they come, like when the tourists them come and they come out of the plane at the airport. And before them go in the car, please go rent them car. Them have a couple guys with out the door and say, you don't want car for rent? I want to say yes. And they say, we don't want car place down the road. And that's all they do. Even though sometimes you make an agreement with your car from your overseas and speak to the people and budget and them the people there. You have some little man who stay out the door and ask you, say, you want, sister, you rent car? And you say, yeah, man, me rent a car. And then guide you to down the road to one different car, man. That's all the PNP doctors them do. Them sit down on a KPH and they hustle. That's all they do. And when poor people go down there to do their little minor surgery, to do the female, they go do their little female surgery. Kidney stone and like something. You hear them say, the list, the waiting list is so long, I don't know, Miss Boyle, I don't know when you're gonna get through now because the waiting list is stuck until 2026. But I know of a place that you can do it for 100,000. That's all they do. They stay at the government run facility and them also get rid of them prime minister oldness, get rid of them, make them go on. I don't know how much time me go come on my platform and say this, that the people of Jamaica is now requiring better service, quality service. Is not the money the problem. It is not the money is the problem. I am telling you, it is not. We are just sick and tired of when we go to these public health facilities, they left up on bench for sit down for hours and then they send their friend the next day can't tell me where to go down the road. That is our problem. It is not the money. It is not the money, Prime Minister Honest. I am putting it to it is not the money. It's the service being rendered by these facilities, these government-run facilities. And the PNP doctors are the main ones sitting there and sabotaging, undermining the system. You have Comrade Dawes, him are the main perpetrator in this scheme. Comrade Dawes. Now, guys, I don't know, but from Comrade Dawes put on that ugly, smell bad orange shirt. The man has been a disappointment. Comrade Poison coming like Elon Musk. You know how they say Tesla shares a drop and Tesla profit a drop? That is Comrade Dawes. Yeah, Comrade Dawes is a big liability. As Minister Tufton said today, he's a very good doctor, but he's a shitty politician and he has no credibility. He's a liar. He's a mischievous and a liar man. Now, for weeks, Comrade Dawes has been trying to sell us this story. That's the Sierra authorities buying this drill machine, overpriced machine, and them could have get it cheaper and blah, blah, black sheep have you any wolf. Nobody now pay him no mind. And there, that's what I'm saying, guys. People like Dr. Dawes, who in the system, I know how the system work and a part of the system. Look here, Comrade Dawes coming like who know about South Africa politics? Anybody have any idea what is going on in South Africa? Me tell you, guys, me move from space to space because I have a vast knowledge of all over the world. Who know about anybody know about what going on in South Africa? PB, Marley, you know what going on in South Africa? In the last election, the ANC, which is Mandela Party, for the first time they lost the majority because the people of South Africa tired of them. They come like the PNP. They run pan apartheid for 30 years and they keep the people of South Africa poor. So the people of South Africa can continue to vote for them. The black people in South Africa living in the most deplorable way because of the ANC and the ANC party friends of the PNP. So the ANC for the first time last year, July, lost their majority. So they had no choice but to come into a GNU with the DA, which is the white people them party. The same apartheid people them, the same people them who put them in apartheid, the DA, Democratic Alliance, Now the ANC party have no choice, which is the Mandela Party, had no choice but to go in a coalition government with the white people. No, the white people don't really want to go in it, but the white people have no choice because they want to form government. So the white people them in the GNU, but a one purpose they in there for do: undermine, sabotage, oppose every single thing the ANC do. Every single policy where the ANC try to start, the DNC carry them go court, campaign against them, everything. That is the PNP in the health sector. I don't know how else to break it down too. That is the PNP. Them are the enemy within. The PNP doctors down at KPH, they are the enemies within. Them in the system, They are part of the system, The government have paid them, But all them go there, their time go do is sabotage, undermine, criticize, and line them pocket. That is the DA in South Africa. Yeah, man, them are the PNP, the ANC are the PNP down there, Linda. But they lost their majority because them are crook, Them are crook and criminal, Get me wrong, Them are crook and criminal. I'm not for them. I'm more for Malema, but people don't like Malema because Malema very crass and Malema want to run out all the white people and Malema want to take away the land from the white people. So people don't really like him because him a man will say it as it is and him not talk about kill the boar. Malema very outrageous. So people don't really love him, but me like him. But the ANC in South Africa is just like the PNP. And then the DA now is just like the PNP doctors. Them in the system and they sabotage, them undermine, them criticize, them tear down, and them bring down, even though they are a part of the system. Even though they are a part of that is the PNP doctor. Now, back to Dr. Pison. Dr. Pison have been trying to tell the people of Jamaica that that Sarah, not the government, bought a drilling machine overpriced and him could have get it cheaper. And the Sarah man must step aside because the machine could have get cheaper and this and that. He has been running with that for a minute now. He has been running with that for a minute now. But not really pay him the mind, because we know him is an alarmist, and him is a propagandist, and him is a problem man. Nobody not pay him no mind. He go at every single media house, go sell the story, and nobody not pay him no mind. So, today, and I'm trying to see if I find the article. Today now, the head of Sarah responded to Dr. Dawes. Of course, and look here, people of Jamaica and diaspora. I am very happy. That's why I love Minister Tufton, I am very happy that Minister Tufton is separating the ministry from the public servant. I wonder if you not understand me. I wonder if you guys are understanding me, Linda. I am very happy now that the minister is now separating the ministry, meaning the member of parliament, let me not say the ministry, the member of parliament from the public servant. Because member of parliament only pass legislation. Member of parliament responsible for finance the ministry. The day-to-day running of the hospital and the buying of equipment is the sole duty of the public servant. And I am very, very happy, people, that the Minister Tufton is taking that approach. And a long time you call upon more member of parliament to do that and more minister to do it, Allow the civil servant, them will get them $1 million to answer to the people of Jamaica. All our tax dollars are being spent, and them will give it to. Allow them. A long time won't she be for the people who watch me for a long time. No, say a long time. Me I say that you, when any issue come up, push out the head of the area of the department, push out the permanent secretary, make them answer to the people of Jamaica. That is their job, not the minister job. Don't get me wrong, The minister must keep abreast and know what go on in the ministry, and should be able to answer questions, But the day-to-day running of the ministry, as it relates to this buying of this drill, I know Dr. Tufton, that has nothing to do with Minister Tufton. Minister Tufton left that to the expertise. So it is for the expertise now to come out now and tell the people of Jamaica, refute what Minister, what the Dr. Poisner said, and set the record straight. Yeah, man. A long time you said that. I am one of the persons who have been saying this for over 2 years now. Send out the public servants. Send out the public servant, the permanent secretary, the head of Sarah, the head of each area. Send them out to answer to the people of Jamaica how our tax dollars are being spent. At them I spend it. At them I make these decisions. So today, when I read in the, I don't remember, oh, guys, you guys saw the article, I don't remember when we see it in if I the titled paper or the Observer. I don't remember. Which one of the paper it come in, guys? The titled paper or the Observer? Which one? Remind me there. I don't remember. When I saw the article today in the paper, I say, yes, man. Yeah, man, I titled paper, see it here? When I saw the article today sharing that paper, I say, yes. They are the ones that are supposed to come out and give an account. At them I spend the money. If Dr. Pai is not tell lie for you, come out and debunk it. So the article in the titled paper today. Chairman of the Southeast Regional Health Authority, Sarah Wentworth Charles, as dismissed calls for his resignation by the opposition spokesman on health, Dr. Alfred Dawes, describing it as baseless and an attempt by Dawes to create political mischief. You hear that? So when Munchie B say Dr. Pai is not create political mischief, is not because me a dirty labor right. See one other person say it. Chairman of the Southeast Regional Authority, Wentworth Charles, has dismissed calls for his resignation from opposition spokesman on health, Dr. Alfred Dawes, describing it as baseless and an attempt by Dawes to create public mischief. Long time I say it. Persons of interest would only resign if there is a basis for such call. There is no basis for resignation, Charles told the Gleaner. Dawes has accused the Ministry of Health and Sarah of technical impropriety over the purchase of a 31 million neurosurgical drill for Bustamante Hospital for Children, saying it was outrageous. It was an outrageous spend. You hear him? He contended that a reasonable internal costing for similar accessories would have been less than half the price. There is no There is no justification for such an outrageous spend when so many of our hospitals and health centers are crying out for basic renovation. This is a slap in the face of the Jamaican people who so desperately depend on crumbling public health system. You hear Dr. Daz? The system a crumble from you the data crumble. From you the from 2014, the system a crumble. Me surprised how it not fall to the ground yet. From you a call down Banza Mercy. From the public health sector from 2014, 2015. Me think it would have fall to the ground by now. Me think it would have fall to the ground by now, Dr. Poison. He pointed to repeated closure of operating theatre at hospital across the region. So in grasping at straw, and the Gleaner is just as bad. What am I bring this nonsense for? Dawes also described the procurement process of the drill as at best gross incompetence and at worst highly technical corruption, while condemning the lack of transparency from Sarah. You hear what I say? Lack of transparency from Sarah. All right, now. Hear the part now. But Charles said that Sarah engaged in competitive bidding process and 3 suppliers submitted proposal from as low from a low approximately 12 million to a high of over 50 million for supply and delivery of the neurosurgical drill. You hear that? Three supplier put in them bid. Dr. Daz not tell the people them that, you know. Dr. Daz not tell the people them that, you know. Further, he said the bid were, listen to this part, Jamaica, because if you don't follow Dr. Poison and the PNP Gleaner, if you don't follow Dr. Poison Daz and the PNP Gleaner, me I tell you no. It is for us, the members of the Jamaica Labour Party and the ministry and the bloggers and everybody to go out and do a due diligence. Because hear this part. Further, he said the bid were evaluated by doctors at the Kingston Public Hospital and the Boston Hospital for Children. You hear that? And now the man take it upon himself and go buy the drill all on his own, you know. And a Minister Tufton take it upon himself and go buy the drill. I want to know 3 doctors at KPH and Cornwall Regional Hospital evaluate the drill and make sure that it is the right one that they need to do the surgery. 3 of them, and they recommend the drill and tell Sarah, say, yes, this is the drill that we're supposed to buy. Dr. Daz conveniently omit that from his statement and from his false propaganda. He omit that 3 doctors, according to Sarah, evaluate and make sure it's the right drill and recommend to Sarah, say, this is the drill that you guys should buy. I would have expected Dr. Dawes to understand that as a medical doctor, I think that he has let down his peers and colleagues by his accusation, because indirectly he is also accusing them of incompetence, he said. Of course, it clearly. And even though Dr. Dawes come back and say, oh, me not blame the doctor then because where they get to be picked from. The doctors were the one who evaluated it and chose it and told Sarah the head of Sarah what to purchase. So Dr. Dawes is saying that the doctors are incompetent. Can remember the minister, and I'm so happy, as I said before, that Minister Tufton is taking an hands-off approach. Minister Tufton is allowing the technocrats and the people who know what they do to do the buying and to sourcing the equipment and to fill in, to make sure say the hospital have the right equipment, good equipment, and the equipment fit for the job. I am so happy that Minister Tufton is making sure that he dot all his I's and cross all his T's, so nobody now have to tell no lie upon him. Thank God Minister Tufton is a seasoned politician, and thank God Minister Tufton knows that Dr. Dawes, Dr. Poison Lyad. Thank God. In a meeting with, this is very important for sure how Dr. Dawes wicked and lie and dangerous. That the man did not have no credibility. I mean, so when the man a lying face straight like an arrow, him wicked and deceitful. In a meeting with Dr. Dawes yesterday, Charles said he explained the details of the invoice received from the recommended supplier and provide a breakdown of the value of the neurosurgical drill at the cost of $31 million. You hear that? The man said him and Dr. Dawes went into a meeting. And he opened up the books and showed Dr. Dawes. He showed Dr. Dawes the process that they went through, the money where they spent, the person they got the recommended from the doctor. And Dr. Dawes still left the meeting and go right back on the PNP platform, go tell life on the doctor. Dr. Dawes still left the meeting after he sat at the meeting with Mr. Charles. And Mr. Charles, because remember earlier in the article, he said he need transparency, you know. And the man opened up the book to Dr. Dawes, showed him the procedure, showed that they followed all the procurement guidelines, showed him the recommendation, from the 3 doctors. And Dr. Dawes still left the meeting and go tell lie pan the people them. You know what Mr. Charles said? In closing, Mr. Charles said, I think that a doctor does is just plainly mischievous, seeking to make political mischief rather than to apply diligently to understand the process, Charles said. You hear that? The man said, he think Dr. Dawes is just mischievous. So when you know hear us, the labor right, come on our platform and I say Dr. Dawes is mischievous and lie and just political gimmickry, all just because he want to win the election. This is Mr. Charles saying it now. It is not us, the labor rights, sit on our platform every day in a green shirt and a cuss Dr. Dawes. See, Mr. Charles said it. I think Dr. Dawes, is just plainly mischievous, seeking to make political mischief rather than to apply diligently to understand the process. Dr. Dawes knows better. Dr. Dawes know better because Dr. Dawes in the system from when. Dr. Dawes work with government. Dr. Dawes know the procurement guideline. Dr. Dawes know better. But from him put on the dirty, nasty, stinking orange shirt there, in reputation gone to the dogs, in reputation a mother and a mud like pig. He is despicable. Dr. Dawes is just disgraceful. Dr. Dawes is just disgraceful. Dr. Dawes know better. Dr. Dawes know better. Dr. Dawes has been a part of this system from when? Now I have a letter here from the Southeast Regional Health Authority under the letterhead of the Southeast Regional Health Authority. April 9, 2025. This letter was written on April 9, 2025. Dr. Dawes, Windsor Wellness, Suite 4, 22 Windsor Avenue, Kingston. Dear Dr. Dawes, re the acquisition of neurosurgical drill for Bustamante Hospital for Children. Guys, please note the date. Please note the date. Today is April 24. This Dr. Dawes got this letter on April 9. I just want to show you guys how Dr. Dawes mischievous. Right? Listen to the letter. This letter read the acquisition of the neurosurgical drill for Bustamante Hospital for Children. Reference is made to the caption matter. You are invited in your professional capacity as medical doctor to a meeting with the Southeast Regional Health Authority to discuss the concerns you have raised in the public regarding the acquisition of the neurosurgical drill for Bustamante Hospital for Children. Given your standing as a medical professional and your duty to be concerned with the facts, we believe it is important to engage in a direct and constructive dialogue on this matter. We view the allegations made by you as potentially damaging to the reputation of our institution and medical professionals. As such, we are eager to clarify the facts and address any concerns you may have. Please advise of a convenient date and time during the course of the next week when you would be available to attend this meeting. We are prepared to be, we are prepared to accommodate you, to accommodate your schedule as best as possible to facilitate this important discussion. We look forward to your response. Want to hear this? Want to hear this? This was a letter. This letter was sent to Dr. Dawes on April 9. This is from the first time Dr. Dawes went on the public platform and accused Sarah of buying a drill for $31 million when he could have get it cheaper. The people reached out to Dr. Dawes via a letter. They sent him a letter. They sent him based on him being a doctor and him in the system. Out of respect, Sarah sent Dr. Dawes a letter inviting him to a meeting at a date of him that is convenient to him. And Dr. Dawes ignored this letter, and still people of Jamaica went on a public platform to continue to spur his lies and his narrative and his propaganda. You saw Dr. Dawes mischievous? You see Dr. Dawes mischievous and wicked? You see Dr. Dawes lie and mischievous and wicked? Sarah reached out to Dr. Dawes on April 9, inviting him to a meeting so that they can explain and they can show him everything, open up the books to him, yet still continue to spread the story all over the mainstream media and talking about transparency. Talking about transparency. And after him take long to come at the meeting, he eventually went to the meeting and they opened up everything to him. Dr. Dawes, I don't right now. If me sick, me not come at your hospital because you're untrustworthy. You are untrustworthy, Dr. Dawes. You need to stop it. You need to stop it, Dr. Dawes. You're just your fear mongering and creating all kind of manner of problems. Wait, Doctor, I asked the question last night and I'm going to ask it again. Why Dr. Dawes having private facility, Windsor Wellness or what they want name? Why Dr. Dawes not going over in facility? Why am I putting himself through this unnecessary stress? Why is Dr. Dawes putting himself in these unnecessary stress in the public health facilities? I don't know. Dr. Dawes, you are a disgrace. No, last night on the political platform, don't Cessa, don't a PNP bastion where the people of Cessa now have no running water. The PNP people of Cessa are look up in the ceiling. They don't even have proper housing down there. The people of Cessa have been suffering under the People's National Party for years. Mayor Dayton Campbell on the platform. Firstly, I want to thank the PNP people because this constituency has stood with the PNP for over 40 years, and this constituency have never voted for any other party. You should be ashamed of yourself, Dr. Campbell. Dayton Campbell, you should be ashamed of your PNP. Now, no shame, guys. The PNP now have no shame in the people for Dayton Campbell to stand on a political platform and thanking the people of Cessa for staying with the PNP for over 40 years when the people of Cessa still crying for roads. The people in Cessa still not have no running water. People in Cessa still a choke wire. People in Cessa still a use lamp. Boy, me I tell you, the PNP is a disgrace. But me hear on the political platform, I thank the PNP people. And I promise the farmers what I'm going to do if the PNP win. And you know, the PNP people are no shame. Because none of them not ask him, say, what stop him from doing it over the 40 years? No PNP person put up their hand and said, then Dr. Campbell, We have been supporting the PNP for over 40 years. What is stopping us from do it back in the days? And that is why I always say the Jamaica Labour Party supporters hold our government to a higher standard than the PNP. And I will forever say that. Because when you're going to a JLP constituency and going to the JLP BS, when the JLP not happy, they make you know. When the Labour right, they're not happy, they make you know. When you go on a Patrick, you hear them say, oh, why we not see road from when? Oh, my mother dead a road and not come. Oh, back to school, I me not get no voucher. Oh, tank I give, I me not get no tank. Labour right, them full of concerns. They're full of complaint. But when the PNP, going to the PNP area, them only want is a time come and then get one orange shirt with one little $2,000 and some of them not even get nothing. The Jamaica Labour Party supporter all our government to a higher standard than any other government and than the PNP, and that is a fact. The Labour rights supporter them all them member of parliament to a higher standard than PNP. See them move Moreland Wilson say nah perform. See them move Mr. Chin say they nah perform. See them move the one down at Saint and say she nah perform. See them get ready now to move somebody else. They all our people, all our member of parliament to a way higher standard than the People's National Party. And that is just a fact. Now me hear the woman with them on the PNP, where say she work with, she used to work with JIS and she a culture agenda, whatever her name is. Telling the people of CESA say when the PNP form government, they're going to invest in culture and they're going to get money so they can develop the. You know what I realize? I realize the PNP carry the same message right across Jamaica. Regardless of the constituency where they're going, regardless of them BS, them promise them the very same thing. What the people of CESA need is running water in their pipes. What the people of CESA need is proper housing. What the farmers of CESA need is help with their farm, with help with the thieving people them want thief the things them off of them farm. What the people of CESA need is proper representation. That's what they need. But here come this woman from town, come down and see when she talks to people them here, clueless. But Mark Golding went on the political platform. I don't know, but Markie Ginal, is the liest PNP leader ever set foot in a 89 Old House Road. Markie Ginal lied to the point of no return. Markie Ginal tell so much lies that at this point, he start to believe him own lies. Markie Ginal realized that the only way to win the election is by telling lies and to mislead the PNP people and the people who not doing research for themselves. And when I was growing up in a PNP family, I was led to believe, I was fed a steady diet that the PNP are the bright people them. I was led to believe that anyway you see anybody who can read and write, anybody will see who have got a good school, who have a good career, them are PNP people. That was when I grew up at that the PNP people and teach me. Labour writer duns, Buster Manti saying one selfish in one education, Labour right drop out of school from 14 and Ghana Bush, Labour writer duns. And I am beginning to realize that the PNP are not bright people, PNP is a cult. The PNP coming like the MAGAs. The PNP people them coming like the Trump voters them. Them vote against themselves and them do absolutely no research. You can just go up on the platform and tell them anything. Oh, Andrew Wallace have 28 bank account. That is it. They don't do no research. They not ask them if Andrew Wallace have 28 bank account, why we not lock him up? Because if him have 28 bank account with taxpayer money in it, it's supposed to be easily proven. Because what we know, the government no have no control over how the banks them run. So if Andrew Wallace have 28 bank account in a Jamaican bank, it is very, very easy for IC or for Mocha to go in and do their work and lock up Andrew Michael Wallace. But the PNP don't ask these questions. They just run with it. Oh, Andrew Wallace have 28 bank account. Now, Markie Ginal, the liest PNP leader, the liest opposition leader in the history of Jamaica. Me say the way Markie Ginal lie, it is frightening. The only person me see will lie like Markie Ginal a chump. The only person who me see tell the level of lies like Markie Ginal is Donald J. Trump. Now, Mark Golding stood on the political platform and tell the PNP people, said the government of Jamaica in the Constitution Reform Committee is planning to strip the opposition of them power to veto any bill or to anything when the government want to do. The opposition leader now can't able to stop them again because they're taking that power from the opposition leader. That is what Mark Golding stood on the political platform and told the PNP people, you know. Mark Golding stood on the platform and tell the PNP people who claim to say them are bright people, who claim to say them know more than everybody else, that the government is planning to remove the power from the opposition and to show you all the PNP people them stupid. Time come, the PNP is going to win the election. So in the next couple of months, Mark Golding will be the prime minister. Why am I so concerned with what's going on in the opposition? Remember, say we are going to be in the opposition, you know. Remember, time come. For sure, so the PNP them not thinking. And the PNP them are not smart people. Time come. The PNP are going to win, Erica. We will be in the opposition. So isn't that going to, and our own self, we are sabotage. Remember, we are going to be in the opposition, you know. So we are take away the rights from ourselves. Because remember, we now going to have no power. Because according to the PNP, and them are going to win and time come. So why are they so concerned? Make this make sense. Make this make sense. If the PNP is winning in the polls, and Mark Golding don't plan to be in opposition for too long, why is he so concerned? So, but I find it strange that the PNP people are the one them will know better. The one them will know better. Just sit down and agree with this Lyad man. No, a quick search. An article in the Tired paper written by the PNP woman. Listen to the article. The Constitution Amendment Republic Bill 2024, tabled in Parliament on December 10, addressed, among other things, the composition of the Senate in Section 7 as guided by the final report of the Constitution Reform Committee, May 2025. The bill retains and expands an appointed Senate consistent with the legislative subjective to retain the parliamentary cabinet system of government. And the person who read, because somebody read the article, so I read for what the person said. I have argued elsewhere that retaining this system is the major flaw in the bill, and appointed Senate perpetuates the undemocratic, authoritarian design of the structure of Parliament. Now, as it relates to appointing Senate, especially independent Senate, me beat that like a dead horse, because I know say I am not for that. Because based on what me see a guan up at the IC, we can't find no independent person to put nowhere. So I think the government should leave the Senate as it is. If something no broke, no fix it. Leave that alone. The plan to give this awesome power, according to Mark Golding, to the person who will take over from the when the man name was at the head of state. The plan to give this awesome power to the head of state, it is dangerous. It is dangerous. Leave the Senate as it is. Thank you, Kirk, the Governor General. Leave the Senate as it is. Make it stay, something no broke, no fix it. If we now vote for we senator them, make them stay out there. And no, you know, no governor general, no power for add, no independent. There's no independent person in Jamaica. Everybody is leading to a political party. No independent person. Look where going up at IC. Look where going up at IC. Nobody no independent, Kirk. They say they are independent, but when they get into the job, a problem. Leave the Senate as it is. Now, as it relates to how them are going to set up the Senate, the CRC final report argued for expanding the Senate, including persons who are aligned with the government or the opposition party and who would be able to exercise independent judgment on all issues. Thus, the bill increased the Senate from 21 to 27 members, 15 Senate appointed by the president based on the prime minister advice, 9 appointed by the president based on the opposition advice, and 3 independent senator from civil society, the private sector, or the diaspora group. You know hear that? You know hear that foolishness there? You know listen to me, man, Malawi Fort. You know listen to me. You know, me no want to my government, you know. Me no want to my choir members in my government, you know. You no take sleep and mark that. Which diaspora? Which civil society group? You no see all of the civil society group line up behind the People's National Party. You no see all the so-called NGOs line up behind the People's National Party. You no see that Malawi Fort? You no see that Prime Minister Owness? Leave that alone. Leave that alone. Make the Senate them stay where they there. No add nothing to it. Make it stay. No add nothing. It also provides, listen to this part, because Mark Jefferson Golding, very, very mischievous and lie, stood on the political platform and told the PNP people that the government is planning to remove the power from the opposition leader. Hear what the bill say. And this article was written by a PNP woman. It also provides for the support of at least one opposition senator for entrenched constitutional measures that requires a 2/3 majority in the Senate. You hear that? Jamaica, you hear that? You hear what me just read? It also provides for the support of at least one opposition senator for entrenched constitutional measures that requires a 2/3 majority in the Senate. So no see a lie Mark go in a tell? You no see a lie Mark go in a tell? Nothing will change. As it relates to the state of emergency, we cannot implement a state of emergency past 14 days without a vote from the PNP. That will remain. Uno see Lyad Markie Ginal tell? It is very, see it right here. It also provides for the support of at least one opposition senator for entrenched constitutional measure that requires a two-thirds majority in the Senate. This avoids complete dominance of the legislative process by the executive only in those rare instances. You see that? Very, very clear right here in the article. So we don't understand how the PNP people and the mainstream media allow Mark Golding to go on the political platform and lie so blatantly to the people of Jamaica. Why Mark Golding so wicked and lie? Why Mark Golding so wicked and mischievous? It is right here in the article. Why Mark Golding go out every single day? Because the PNP cannot win the election and they cannot run on the performance. The PNP have been in government for the same amount of time as the Jamaica Labour Party, and the PNP cannot find 10 achievements to run on. So they go out and they hear Dayton Campbell saying that when the PNP form government, they're going to provide anybody between 18 and 35 who want buy house, the PNP will give them $500,000 as down payment. Anybody between 18 and 35. Want to hear that? Where will the money come from? Only God knows. Mr. The man is a compulsive liar. It is right here in the PNP woman, and the PNP woman write the article, you know, people, and that a labor write it. Let me tell you who write the article, so you can't go do it on yourself. Rosalie Hamilton. Who know Rosalie Hamilton? Knows Rosalie Hamilton is a Portia Simpson PNP woman. Anybody know Rosalie Hamilton? Know that woman is a PNP. And the lady say, it also provides for the support of at least one opposition senator for entrenched constitutional measure that requires a two-thirds majority in the Senate. This avoids complete dominance of the legislative process by the executive only in those rare occasions. And Mark Jefferson Golding is allowed to go on political platform week after week after week, and nobody is calling him out on his lies and his bullshit. It is right here in the article. He's lying to the people, to the PNP people and the independent people, and we need to be careful or we allow these lies to seep in. We, the supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party, we, the bloggers and the people who support the Jamaica Labour Party, we need to be very, very careful when we hear Mark Golding speak. And I say, I want to listen to him because I like hearing voice. But when you hear Mark Golding go on the political platform and tell these blatant lies, we have a pushback and put the record straight. The evidence is right there. That me not know where this man. Every time Markie Ginal open his mouth is another lie. Every time Markie Ginal open his mouth to speak, him tell another lie. She named Rosalie Hamilton. Portia Simpson Rose. She the so-called NGO when name. A Jamaican for Justice or what them name? I don't know what them name. Them have the fist. Them have the black fist. I don't know what them name. Every time Markie Ginal open his mouth to speak, a beer like come out of his mouth. Talk about government, but no one that has some power. You will never get no power because the people of Jamaica will not elect you, Mark Golding. You have no record to run on. You have no record to run on, Markie Ginal. Because the people of Jamaica know that the PNP cannot give every single 18-year-old people between 18 and 35 $500,000. That is impossible. The people, the well-thinking people of Jamaica and the young people and the smart people know that it is impossible for the PNP to give every young people between 18 and 35 who wishes to buy a house $500,000 unless they're going to pick money off a tree. They know that is not possible. So the PNP have a give a interim budget and they cannot run on that. They cannot run on that because everywhere they turn, the people of Jamaica refuse them. So that is why Markie Ginal gone back with a mouth full of lies. You notice when our government go on the platform to speak, our government not have to tell no lie? You notice when our government go on the platform to speak, our government don't have to tell no lies? Because we have a track record of performance to run on. We have a record of performance to run on. So we don't have to go up on a platform and tell no lie on people like what Markie Ginal do. Markie Ginal know better. Markie Ginal knows say no, the government is not going to remove. How can the government remove? As for show you all the PNP people who claim to say them are bright people, how can the committee make that suggestion? They cannot, based on the Constitution, you cannot change anything in the Constitution without both sides agree. Based on the Constitution, we cannot amend certain things in the Constitution without consensus. And Mark Golding know this, and the people on the platform know this. But because Mark Golding is banking on the illiteracy and banking on the naivety of the people of Jamaica, that is why he continue to go on the political platform and lie to the people of Jamaica. Mark Golding know better. He knows a lie, I tell. The government cannot amend the Constitution and move anything that is entrenched in the Constitution without both sides agree. But because he knows the PNP people, they don't know that. Because he knows that the PNP people, them not read nothing for themselves. And because he knows that the PNP people, them coming like the Trump idiot, them who vote against themselves, and now Trump drop tariff on them, and now we see them on social media ball, or they can't send their soybean, or they can't get things from China. And so the PNP people stay, them a group of dunce. The PNP are one of the most dunces cult people them in Jamaica. The People's National Party supporters are a bunch of illiterates and duns, just like the Trump voters. You can't tell them anything, all in the name of party. Once it's an orange man stand up and say it, then believe it. They don't go out and read nothing for themselves. They don't go out and do no research. They never say, I wonder if I true. Let me go look. They don't do that. They just take up themselves and say, oh, Mark Golding say Andrew Holness a plan to take away the rights of the people of Jamaica. Me believe him. They come like the teacher them. And them me I get to next. And them me I get to next. Me I tell you say, and this is no offense to the teachers who support the Jamaica Labour Party. But for the life of me, I don't know how well-thinking teachers join the JTA. How teachers who have a brain for themselves, who can think on them own, support the JTA. All teachers, all of the teachers them want me know. a smart, hardworking teachers. All teachers support the Jamaica Teachers Association. Eh? Uno see then the people in advocate for no. Uno see then the people now then when the people go to the negotiating table and uno then go for themselves. Now, the JTA and the mainstream media and the toilet paper gleaner, let me say the toilet paper gleaner. Couple last week or 2 weeks ago, they put out an article about how the teachers and the Ministry of Finance come to an agreement and the increments or whatever for the teachers going to come in April. The gleaner put that out, you know. The gleaner, not the Ministry of Finance, not the Teachers Association, the gleaner. And I don't understand how you guys paying dues to an association and then can't communicate with them effectively. How does that work? How does that work? Una pay dues to a group of people and then can't even bring a proper message. Come back and tell you what the ministry say? No wonder the level of education in our country is so poor. No wonder the pit them now learn nothing from you because you fool like duck. No wonder the pit them in Jamaica done so because we have a group of teachers. Then just come like some rolling stone. All of us send out one representative from the JTA to go represent with the Ministry of Finance and then bring back the message to you have to read it in the gleaner. How that work? How does that work? Now, me soon up on social media, I talk about how we no get no money and the ministry promise no money. We no can't show no letterhead from the Ministry of Finance. So the Ministry of Finance promise no the money in April. We no have no letter for send to the media. We no have no video, audio, or no nothing for show. Say the Minister of Finance promise no that money. We no send out a representative from the JTA to go and represent and the lady no come back with nothing. Sorry, the man or man didn't know. No come back with nothing. Can tell you have to depend on the media to get information. What are paid dues for? What is the purpose of the dues? Mr. One PNP teacher say, no matter how much money the government give them, Mr. She said the government could have given them the world, them a vote them out. You don't see the level of teachers what we have a teach our children. You don't see the thinking of these people that is teaching the nation's children, and we wonder why they pick them, why our children are being left behind because of the quality of teachers that we have here in the system. They're just for money. They don't really interested. And then Mrs. She put $2,000 about a $2,000 increase favor I'll give them when the $2,000 is not a salary increase. Oh my God. The education sector is in trouble, you know. Our education system, our education sector is in trouble. Our education sector is in trouble. Because we have some chicken head. We have some chicken head that teach with children. Our education sector is in trouble. The $2,000 is saving from the tax threshold. It is not a salary increase. And you have some set of dunce teacher on social media talking about only $2,000 increase. Favor I'll give away. Favor not good enough increase. Oh my God. Our education sector is in deep trouble. Because as far as me see it, some of them teachers just going at the profession to get pay. They don't really care. They don't really care because you have a president. You have a president that is representing you, your benefit. You have a president that goes to the negotiating table with the government, and every single time the president then go and come back, and them alone get salary increase, and them alone get benefit, and them alone get kickback, and them alone get everything, and the classroom teacher get nothing. And who not see a problem with that? I want me ask some of the teachers, why not support the JTA? Because that's the only way we can join the union. So I say, so what? What the union? The union I represent on all. If we want one loan, why not us live in our means? Why not live with it? Why not us live within our means so we not have to borrow no loan? How about that? How about living above in a paycheck and stop living above our means so we don't have to borrow no loan? You know, so from me, man, I have never borrowed a loan before, and I'm perfectly fine. Me not dead. Because if me looking at my account and me not have the money, me wait. Me own my own until me can have my own. When I tell me, say, one of the main reasons want to join the union, the association, because I want to join the credit union, because I want to borrow money. Because I want to borrow money. So I don't really care about nothing, just say borrow. Eh? The JTA is not working for classroom teachers. The association is not working for classroom teachers. Every single time when you send a president to go and negotiate on behalf, when the president come back, only the principal and the lecturers alone get a big increase. We not get nothing. I mean, don't understand why you still pay them a dues on time. Eh? No, sir. I am wondering to myself, what is the purpose of the JTA? Because when the JTA go to the negotiating table, me still hear the classroom teacher them a ball. So what they go do? Who they represent? The last time when the salary increased with Dr. Clark, and the principal, they must get a huge increase, and the lecturers get a huge increase, and then go back again where they could tear down the government again, say they want traveling allowance and disallowance, and the classroom teachers still a cry. The classroom teacher them still a cry while the principal them smelling all the way to the banks. They're negotiating for themselves. Want to keep supporting them. Why are you guys paying them a dues? What the purpose of them? I don't understand. I don't understand. Eh? I don't know, depend on the media. If you tell you what happened at the meeting, want to send a president to represent Uno. Want to notice the president not push out his head? Want to notice that only the classroom teachers alone are cry and say, oh, we're not getting an increase. Want to notice where's the president will represent Uno? Where's the president? Where is the president who not paid dues to? Or in the comment come out and address the situation because he knew that the government did not tell him that. Where is the president who not pay on the dues to? Did the president come back from the meeting and tell us say the government say I'm going to the money end of April? Yes or no? Boy, people, our education sector is in shambles. Back in a PNP time, you know, when you become a teacher, it was a service. It wasn't for the money, it was a service. But since the Jamaica Labour Party win the election, is livable wage. I never hear that word livable wage until the Jamaica Labour Party win the election. Who knew that word in the 90s? Because I remember some me don't see no, so maybe that word did a spin around and I never hear it. Maybe that word was going around and I didn't hear it. Who heard that word from the teacher them in the 90s under Percival? All through the 18.5 years of Percival and the 12 and the 4 years of Portia, I never hear the word livable wage. I never hear the word livable wage, Miss Bones, until Andrew Holness win the election. Every public servant want livable wage. When you ask them how much is livable wage, they can't tell you because a lot of them live above their means. A lot of them sending them pitney to prep school and they cannot afford it. A lot of them rent a much nice apartment in a New Kingston and they cannot afford it. A lot of them going to Carmark go buy the nicest car and they cannot afford it. A lot of them have 3 baby with 3 baby father when I mind them pitney and they cannot afford it. What is livable wage? I have never heard that word, Patrick, until Andrew Michael Owens won the election. All through the 18.5 years of Percival, it was, teaching is a service. Teaching is a service. And since Andrew Owens win, it is no longer a service. It is no longer a service. It's livable wage. And the government must give them every dollar in the NIR and go back, go borrow loan. And the teachers are not engaging brain to mouth before they speak. Because, say for example, the government adhere to them plea and give them what they want. We have to collect back that money somewhere, So either we go raise taxes or we go borrow that money and us, the taxpayer, will have to pay back that money. We, the taxpayer, will have to pay back that money. Not enough money now fall from tree. All of the salary increase what the public servants are ball for. Somebody will have to pay that money because if we're not collecting that money from that revenue from the people of Jamaica, then we have to go and get a loan. So we know if them thinks that the government are going to print money to give them, I don't know work, so the government cannot print money to give to the teachers. Because that will cause inflation. We're not going to map up the liquidity like what Omar Davis used to do. I don't understand how the classroom teachers them can never vote for one of their own to be president. Why is it we only can vote for principal to be president? Principal now look out for no well-being. Principal not looking out for no well-being. One can't vote for one classroom teacher. I don't understand. I don't understand why is it that the classroom teacher them cannot get a chance to run the JTA. Why always a PNP principal have to be at the helm? This makes sense. One teacher call me and explain this to me, please. Please. I would have loved one teacher to call and explain. Because remember, me not understanding. I remember me slow. Call me and explain to me why is it a principal have to be the president all the time? This is the only profession where only a certain type of people can get the presidency. If you look down on the Jamaica Constabulary Force police head, sometimes some of them don't like that. Because that the man already did it before, the PNP man, he never make no sense. I never give the police them props because they not deal with the classism like the teachers. Even McBean, and I go say she don't, but me know, not go really bash her, but she know. All the police them do themselves different. The police federation do for themselves, for them thing different. Any rank and file police can become the head of the police federation. Any rank and file corporal can become the head of the police federation. But in the JTA, you have to be a principal and you have to be a PNP. Why? Why is that so? If I'm me like the classroom teacher and they now give me a chance, me now vote. If I'm me like the classroom teacher, Nicola, and they're not giving one of us a chance, I stop vote. I stop vote and I start to campaign and tell the classroom teachers, do not join the JTA. Remember, say, I want to pay them, I remember, I want to pay them. The JTA will be nothing without the classroom teachers. The Jamaica Teachers Association will be nothing without the dues from the classroom teachers. One are wait pan for rebel. One I wait pan for rebel. Them could get $1 from me if me a teacher. Because once they say only them alone can qualify for the presidency, me say, all right, then this not help me. This not benefit me. One I wait pan for rebel. As bad as it may be for the past couple of years, me not hear no the police federation, me not see them do for them things so. The one what they did before Corporal James, shaky, Corporal James, I know Matt Bean, you know? Normal people can get the position, which is so it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. People who can speak for the ordinary police officers, people who know the system, people who know them cry, people know what police need. Same thing goes for the teachers as well. I don't know. Me wonder about it, Andrea. Me no wanna really feel my business because me not teacher, but me curious. Me wonder about it. Why the classroom teachers continue to vote for principal to represent them. A principal alone have sense. A principal alone can negotiate. A principal alone can sit down with finance minister and negotiate. You know crazy. You know crazy. I don't know about people. I don't know. I have to wonder what is going on with the teachers. Because I don't understand how every time we have vote against self so. Every time we have vote against we not tired. Every time the principal goes to the negotiating table, then come back with goodies galore for themselves and nothing for no. Nothing. Nothing at all. They don't come back for no. Only something for themselves. Yes, they must smile all the way to the bank while on the classroom turn up on the foot and so far. Anyway, I'm going to end on a good note tonight. I'm going to end on a positive note tonight. Government announces steady internship program. Kingston, Jamaica Minister with responsibility for works, Robert Nestor Morgan, has announced the launch of the Steady Internship Program. Steady stands for Sustainable Training for Engineering Accountability, Development, and Youth. This new initiative is designed to give students real-world experience in building Jamaica's future. Set to begin in September 2025, Steady was officially unveiled by Morgan during his address at the Choose Jamaica Securing Our Future Youth Forum hosted at the University of the West Indies. The program will engage 20 tertiary level students in hands-on infrastructure development across the island. Participants will support community-based mapping, project monitoring, environmental resilience initiative, and using digital tools in engineering and construction, combining learning with impact. Steady is about taking young Jamaicans out of the classroom and putting them in the field. Conversation said the future. Let me read that again. Steady is about taking young Jamaicans out of the classroom and putting them in the field. Conversation and the future, said Morgan. We are giving young people a chance not just to witness development, but to be a part of it. Steady is one of 3 flagship initiatives under the ministry new infrastructure agenda, complementing a broader vision to build a more connected, resilient, and inclusive Jamaica. The vision is driven by a 3-step strategy: ready, steady, go. Ready, resilient, efficient, and accountable. development for you is the National Long-Term Infrastructure Planning. Ready is an acronym too. One thing government can bring out, can use acronyms, sir. So ready mean resilient, efficient, and accountable development for you is the National Long-Term Infrastructure Planning and Coordination Framework, which includes PARC, CAPEX, and our integrated bridge program. Steady, sustainable training for engineering accountability development and youth is an internship program that gives students practical exposure to infrastructure development. And then graded overlay, the fast action patching and resurfacing initiative in repairing critical road across Jamaica. So basically, ready, steady, go. Them just explain what them they mean. Together, these programs represent the government's commitment to build better roads and better future with young people at the center. Application details and eligibility requirements for a steady program will be released in June. So people, we need to look out. We need to look out for that program here. And if you know any young persons in our community, we reach out to them and tell them to apply to this program. Going to be 20 persons from what? 20 persons from each community or 20 persons from each constituency. What I'm saying? Bunchi, how comes we don't hear nurses come? The teacher them are wicked, man. That's why the JTA even sabotage them. The teacher them are wicked. Teachers are the wickedest set of people in Jamaica. I don't know whether they pack up and go and go meet Donald Trump over America. I don't know. Me hear some of them are commenting in the comment section and say, oh, we're gonna migrate. Me said happy redance. If me have a money, would I keep a party? Me don't know why they not go on and free up and make more vacancies for the young teacher them want come up. Because we have teacher dime a dozen. As one gone, another one born. No, go on, man. Go on. Go on go meet Donald Trump. Go on go meet Keir Starmer. Go on over Canada, go meet Mark Carney or Pierre Paliev. Go on. I don't know why no go on but no business and take on foot off of Jamaica and pit the neck. So anyway, guys, this program will engage 20 tertiary level students in hands-on infrastructure. Okay, so 20 students across Jamaica. You know, all them are going to choose these 20 children or these 20 students, but if you know of a potential young person who is interested in these type of things, tell them, say, come June, get the application form and apply. Chances are the government are going to expand it because 20 pitney are not enough. I know 20 is not enough, so chances are the government will expand it. But this is a very good program for the young people because the Jamaica Labour Party is youth oriented because we know that the youth is the future and we know that we cannot leave the youth behind and we know that we cannot allow the PNP to get in the minds of the young people in our country. So any initiative that is geared to the youths of Jamaica, I am on board, I am for it, and I am 100% will go out and tell every young people to go and apply on yourself, go to heart and get a skill. It is very, very important that the young people of Jamaica go and get a skill. Don't depend on the PNP with their hands out and then time come and their foolishness. We want a generation that is well skilled, and we want upskill even people who have them degree in other areas. I would suggest go on art to go get a skill in a different area too. It cannot hurt. Hurt to have a skill. I tell you, if me never so old, me don't go learn one skill, but me all already, so me can't bother with it again, because me can't even see. So me just go waste time. But anybody between the age of 18 and 35, go and get a skill. It is very, very important, especially in the engineering department. Yes, okay, because we don't have enough engineers, and when we train them, they leave. When we train them, they leave and gone overseas because so we cannot compete with the almighty US dollar. So we just need to keep training our people and keep guiding our young people into the right path. We cannot allow scamming to take them over. We cannot allow the criminal and dirty corner boy to take them over, and we cannot afford the People's National Party, the criminal organization led by one Mark Jefferson Golden, aka Markie Ginal, and one Dayton Ricardo Campbell to get in the minds of the young people of Jamaica. We have to stay with them. We have to engage them. We have to do door to door and make sure that the young people know that opportunities are there to go out and get them. So, guys, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching Munchie B Talks Politics. And please, guys, I'm going to beg you from the bottom of my heart, please to watch the ads on the video. I know, as I said before, that the ads can be very, very annoying. Coming, I like ads too. But just for the sake of Munchie B, may I ask you to please just watch the ads. If I even one of the ads each time, please, please, please watch the ads so we can get the support and the channel can grow. And I thank you so much for tuning into Munchie B Talks Politics. I thank you so much for watching my video, for sharing my life, for telling a friend to tell a friend. And I will come back every night and do this because we chose Jamaica, and we know that Jamaica is in good hands when Andrew Michael Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party is at the helm. So thank you so much and good night.